This is called the 316 Minnow. All right, and what it is it's a. Let me just explain the design. Okay, the design is that it was a throwback from my frog. I make a bullfrog, that's soft plastic bullfrog. So when they would blow up on that frog and they didn't get it, or they wouldn't commit to it, I would come back with this. And this is a minnow. This thing has a little hook slot in it. It also has an air bladder in it, so it floats, and it's really soft and limber. And once again, disclaimer: if you're on a budget, just stay away from them. I mean, it's not. These are specialty baits that are designed to do certain things. And I'm not trying to rip you off. I'm not trying to get your money or nothing like that. I simply am making baits to do what I want them to do, and they need soft plastic. If it's hard plastic, it's not going to kick as good. There's a bunch of down, but it's not going to get a good hook set. So anyways, that's my little disclaimer to you. Okay, in this package, there's always 4 of them in the package. It's 5 inches long. I don't know the weight. It's about the smallest thing I do throw. But we have a Gamakatsu EWG worm hook. It's the only time I'll put a slot on a soft bait is if I'm using a worm hook. The reason why, as you see the hook point, is almost parallel with the tie point. So the only way to set the hook on this bait is if we get a collapse right here and then the fish gets hooked against it. Okay, so that's a whole different deal than my weedless rising sun. But anyways, got a hook slot, and I'm gonna show you how to rig it. First again too, I use a Palomar knot, and since this is a floating bait, I would use braid. And today, only thing I have with me is fluorocarbon, but I like the fluorocarbon because the fluorocarbon helps stabilize the bait. It also is low visibility, but I wouldn't recommend. I'd use braid on this if I was fishing topwater, and that's all I do with this. I fish topwater with this, or I'll throw it on a jig head. And that's pretty much it. I won't, you know, I don't like fish it in a waller column or anything like that. Okay, and it's basically just a little frog, man. It looks like a minnow and swims like a minnow. So I'll do my Palomar knot. You don't know that? Google it, look it up. And then, oh, we ain't supposed to bite it. And then we go cut the tag end off. Okay, typical. There's a hook. There's a, what do you call that? There's a mark right there, a dimple. That's where your hook goes in. Okay, your hook goes in. You take the hook point, you go straight down, straight center to the bend right there. Then you're gonna come out. Make sure you come out dead center of the head. Okay, dead center of the head, like that. And you're gonna push through and twist around, and this is just exactly how you rig your Texas rig worms. If you don't know what that is, then do not buy this bait, because then you are not even, there's a long ways between Texas rigging worms and this. So, and then once again, you know, you mark your bend point, where your bend point is, put your thumb there, go in the slot, come straight up through the bait, and get dead center. You want to get dead center. Okay, get dead center of that bait, push plastic forward and skin it. Okay, and that's the minnow. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to fish this bait. And then once again too, man, you gotta remember, these are all gonna tear up. These sometimes aren't even repairable. They look like a nuclear bomb went off on them. Sometimes the fish engulfs the whole thing. You can get 4 or 5 fish off them, whatever it is. Man, you gotta get this glue. This glue fixes. You can fix your Cincos with it. You can do whatever you want. I mean, with soft plastic. So you gotta get this glue. This stuff saves a lot of baits, and you know, stuff starts adding up. If you're not really whacking fish on it, or you know, and doing something, if you're just doing it for fun, you're gonna get burnt out real quick. It's probably not the bait for you because it's gonna get expensive fast. But that's a custom bait, and I made it as durable as possible. I'm not trying to have baits tear up on you so I can make money off you. It just is what it is. Okay, so this bait is designed to float and wake on the surface. It's also weedless. So man, you pitch your frog in there and you hop, 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 hop. Fish blows up on it, misses it. I'll go and chunk this back in there, and I'll just reel it from spot to spot. If there's an opening, I'll reel it across the opening and pause at the other side. If there's branches and stick ups, I'll reel it from stick up to stick up, so it looks like a little minnow trying to hide. And it really plays cat and mouse with the bass. and I just run it through the grass, over the grass, everything. It's just a little tiny, little 5-inch swim bait, and it's just it's a kick in the pants, man. It's actually a ton of fun, and it's something different. That's what's super important, that it's different, and they haven't seen it. So, once again, when I fish this thing, I just fish it on the top. It wakes, it floats. I can stop it and let it just sit there for a second. I can slap my rod tip and make it squirt and splash and look like a little minnow, like shad when shad are flickering and all that. And it's just a super great little deal. Man, you got to keep this bait's gonna go big this year. This bait has won tournaments on Beaver Lake. It's a real hush hush deal right now, and I'm blowing it up. And if you don't like it, kiss. Okay, so anyways, I'm just gonna start chunking around, and this is the minnow. Watch this little dude. Look at that. See him floating? I just go like this. See him waking on the surface like that. Look at that little booger, man. Dang it, thing. And I'm on fluorocarbon. That stuff doesn't float. This line sinks really bad. Just go through all this stuff with giggles. I'll see something cool too. Watch this. When you reel it fast, like these guys fish their frogs, you reel it fast, does this. Flips over and does this. Kind of like their horny toads. It's a soft bait. So this guy, Tony, man, this is Rayburn Killer. Right over the grass. And I can pause it, loop it. I do that, like, you know, let the bass know it's running. Let's get it up there. Doing that. Reel it out. Go right behind the tree right here. Buzzard sitting up there. He was sleeping until I pointed at him. He had his head down and everything. Look at him. Oh, there's a bunch of them, man. What's up? You know why buzzards have ball heads? The true reason that's freaked me out is because so they can get their head in and out of the carcass.
I've seen a few videos recently where they get their head stuck in the butthole of something.
No!
Have you seen those?
No, man.
You gotta check that out. It's funny.
Oh man, I've seen the one where the elephant digs some peanuts out of the other elephant's butt, you know, but that one freaked me out. Man.
You can see the bait really good right here because of the sun, the way it's hitting.
I'll slow it down when you get a couple of good ones. See how I can just slow it down and just sometimes when I go through that cover I crash like that, so if they're underneath it or it helps them locate it, you pause at the beginning of the holes and stuff, just crash through it. Pause at the exit. That's if you don't have to run and gun, but man, Boom. Coming over right now.